Welcome to the ADMW tournament. I have Sharkbait here, and I'm Koshade.
I'm sorry for you guys ahead of time.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
It means that they have to listen to us.
Oh, yeah, you know, right? I'm sorry, guys. So this is a Group B match, and this is actually your match group, isn't it, Sharkbait?
It would be my group.
Powlich, you know, he doesn't have any losses yet. And,
he's a pretty strong player.
Yeah, he's been doing very well in this tournament so far. And p00pstar has what is he at?
He's a 1-2 right now, I believe.
1-2, yeah, with one win,
he lost 2 losses. He brought a Warlock out.
And
well, I guess he wants me to root for him this game.
Looks like it's going to be Warlock versus Priest here.
Well, that's ironic because
it'd
be hilarious if it was.
Yeah, right.
Because when I played against p00pstar, I played the Warlock, he played the Priest.
It's kind of reversing roles here.
Yeah, this would be funny.
Okay, so we have an Anvil Throne Warlord on Powlich's side. Very strong mage.
I think, yeah, those are super underrated.
Oh, yeah, totally. And p00pstar bringing out the Anvil, or the Erexian Crown Warlock. Another super strong mage. Dark School being one of the strongest schools right now.
Moon right now, of all time and always.
Fire and Dark? Come on. And it looks like we're going to
play for fire, but
yeah, we're going to see, you know, the standard opening.
Crystal Forge.
Mana Crystal Battle Forge, and this is a really safe opening. If you're ever looking to have a solid build, try this little opening out. You kind of naturally get a progressive sort of nature. And Powlich's going to have the barracks out. This, I think in the meta, used to be what you did. But I think a lot of people are starting to think about it more.
That's an interesting one.
And the construction yard barracks is a very long game plan. And the issue is, are you going to be attacked quickly?
I was about to say, it's going to work if p00pstar lets it work.
Yeah.
Essentially, he just gave him, I wouldn't call it the initiative, but the opportunity to absolutely ruin his opening there.
Yeah, because barracks kind of take...
Especially with flame attacks.
Yeah, they take like, I would say 4 or 5 rounds to really feel like you've gotten the investment back. And the construction yard coming out, really good play, because if he's going to do more outposts, I usually expect walls to come out when you see construction yard. You know, we've been seeing this tournament the quicksand combo, because when quicksand gets destroyed, it goes in the construction yard for mana. And yeah, exactly. You bring up a point about the fire. That's one of the kind of dangers of running barracks against a warlock, is those garrison bows just kind of blow up.
Yeah, the other issue you're running into is that you just ran yourself out of all of your mana. You don't have a reserve. You're down to 9.
Yeah, I mean, Powlich has 9 mana, p00pstar has 16. The chips are out for Powlich right now. Poop can predict pretty much what's going to happen. Whereas
now, it depends on whether he wants to do so or not, but yes.
Yes. And p00pstar with the Battleforged Mana Crystal, still kind of out there. Like, if we see leather come out of this... Did initiative not switch?
Good question. I don't know how to check.
Initiative reset.
I'm gonna see if I can check it. Oh, it looks like somebody needs to take control of it and flip it. There we go.
Cool. Yeah, and so I think, you know, if we see the leather come out of the Battleforge, that's one of those, alright, we still don't know what he's doing, and it just lets Powlich not exactly know how to react.
Enchanter's Ring.
Ooh, he's going for the
that's
more
an
mana.
interesting one.
That
means he's going to cast either on himself or on the creatures that he has, as opposed to, you know, typically what you see Warlocks doing is cursing the other guy.
Right.
So
yeah, that's actually interesting to point out. I mean, you can see things like, you know, enchantment transfusion, curse builds, stuff like that, and he's going to enchant this construction yard. What? Interesting.
Do that?
It could be a harmonize. I'm not sure what you want to put on the construction yard to make it better. Like, most people just ignore it. Like, they're like, I don't want to attack this thing.
Well, I think it's actually worth attacking.
That's fair. I mean, it does get... It can ramp up pretty quickly, but especially with Ballista in this tournament, you know, it's sort of... Having a Ballista for free is nice.
How tough is this thing again? I don't remember.
It's 1 armor, 8 health.
1-8. I'd probably toss a Flame Blast at it. Oh, it doesn't have Flame plus anything.
Yeah.
Never mind. It might be a little bit harder to deal with.
And of course we see the Goblin Group come up. That's very standard if you're going to have a barracks opening, just because you want to get an action out of it, but you don't want to spend it.
Yeah, you want something cheap.
Oh, wow. Powlich is going to move over and guard the construction yard. He really does not want this construction yard to go down.
That's also telling.
Oh, jeez. And Poop bringing up the Brute. That's just cheating. Brutes are very good. We've been seeing a lot more out of Warlocks lately because it's in school. And I think it's just a solid play to do. Shark, I don't know if you're talking, but we can't hear you. But anyway,
just waiting.
We see an enchantment go on the Warlock. That could be a ton of stuff. So there's no reason to really expect it's one thing or the other. You know, Brace Yourself could be a classic thing. There could be a Rhino Hide. It could be a Bear Strength. You know, all those things.
Have we seen more Brutes come out than we have Demons from Warlocks this tournament? I'm sure we have.
I think so. We've seen a lot of Warlocks, actually. Or not a lot, but I think we've seen like 4 or 5 Warlocks so far, and they've all used Brutes.
Yeah, even I did. Granted, I used a Warlock, or I used a Brute and a Demon, but...
Yeah. But still, and that kind of just shows where the meta is at right now.
The funny thing is, the Warlocks, if anybody, are probably the best at dealing with the zombies.
Yeah, that is actually interesting. Circle of Fire, Flame Blast, all those things are just solid.
Even Ignite.
Yeah, Ignite
is cheap.
Ignite's that passive way. You can just keep a distance and just kind of slowly take them out.
Right, it's a little on the slower side, but it's still a cheap way to augment your damage towards whatever you're trying to kill in that case.
Yeah,
by whatever, I mean, zombie.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Like, if they're not going to be able to hit you for 2 or 3 turns, and it's like a venomous zombie that only has 5 health, and you manage to get 3 or 4 damage on it, like, cool. Then you can just punch it and kill it, instead of having to worry about, you know, getting through 5 resilient.
Yep, and it's lumbering, so it can never really run after... Right. Most of them are lumbering, so they can't really run after you. I guess I shouldn't say, you know, blanket statements like that when sometimes you can make them fast, but...
Right.
Generally speaking, they're lumbering.
So Powlich is saving up his mana, and he also enchanted this construction yard, but he didn't reveal a Harmonize. And, I don't know, personally, if I saw this, I'd be like, I'm not afraid of whatever's on that. Like, just, I'm not, you know?
In a race between goblins and zombies, I think I'll take the zombies.
I think, like, I guess this could be what, Reinforce, I think, or something like that. But,
maybe?
I don't know. Decoy?
That's probably a good... I mean, it could be a decoy.
It could be a, what is it, a Arcane Ward? For some reason. Anyway, moving on to deployment phase, Ring of Curses does come out, so we're seeing the Enchanter's Ring and the Ring of Curses. What are your thoughts on that, Shark? Our Resident Warlock?
Not how I would do it, but I will reserve judgment until I see how it does. You know, I mean, I've made it known that I generally play the Warlocks because I like to burn things. Now, that's not the only way to play Warlocks, obviously, here. He's got 2 different economy rings, one to enchant himself, one to enchant the other guy. You can easily play Turbo Curse, and... easily is the wrong word. You can definitely play Turbo Curse, and that piece of armor right there is going to make it more difficult, but you can definitely play that and still win the game now.
Yeah.
The thing about the Ring of Curses in this case, though, is it sort of mitigates what the Harsh Forgeplate does.
Yeah, you
Harsh
know...
Forgeplate makes it cost 2, however, you get a discount, so it only really charges 1 more for you.
That's a really solid play, I think, by Powlich, and, you know, we see this kind of late counter from Ring of Curses. Actually, that's a really interesting point you bring up. Because of the Ring of Curses, Harsh Forgeplate just gets mitigated in a lot of ways. You're going to pay 1 more, but still, whatever, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, In our game earlier when we were playing, it's like Mark for Death, Freeload Drum, Warlock kind of mitigates the
dragon
armor,
scale.
the dragon
Yeah.
scale.
And
it's a way of not quite dealing with it, but dealing with it in a way that doesn't mean you have to go dissolve that thing right now.
And it looks like, okay, so Powlich, interestingly enough, didn't actually put a rune in the Harshforge. I find that very fascinating. You know, usually Armor 1 or the Cantrip are very common. And we see Poopstar put down the Enchantress Wardstone. That speaks to me that he really does not want his enchantments to get destroyed. And, you know, even though he's running out of Anvil, you know, if you're going to get a Purge Magic on you, you have to pay extra mana for each of those enchantments that the Purge Magic destroys. So it kind of mitigates this sort of mass enchantment that we're seeing from the Ring of Curses and the Enchantress Ring.
I also think because the Warlord, in this case, has serious spellbook point issues when trying to acquire the dispelling spells of any kind, whether it's Purge Magic, whether it's Dispel, whether it's Disperse is even out now, so all of those cost triple. So, like, a Purge Magic costs 9.
Yeah, that is so brutal.
And based on his card count, he doesn't have too many of those.
Speaking of the card count, it is 56 for Poopstar, the Warlock, and 61, wow, for Powlich.
So, it tells me there's a lot of in-school stuff and not a lot of Purge Magics.
There's probably a lot of grunts, probably a lot of level 1 stuff. That's probably what we're going to see.
Frankly, I think the Zombie Brute could just go mauling goblins for the rest of the day and keep them occupied. The early play like that, kind of like we were saying earlier, gives away what he's doing. But if it's not dealt with, it definitely spirals out of control.
By the way, I'm sorry if there was a hiccup in the stream. Not sure what happened there. Well, I can tell you what happened, but my cat literally stepped on the keyboard and stopped streaming.
Dang cat!
Yep, that's what happened. Freaking cat. And, yeah, both players just kind of thinking what they're going to do. We see the leather pants come up. Yeah, pants!
Well, there's some of that armor we were talking about.
Leather pants, probably one of the most common things I'm seeing come out of Battle Forges now. Since it's
so cheap.
It's the only thing in its slot, you might as well just get it. And having an extra armor is never bad. There's like literally no downside to having more armor. And another Goblin Grunt comes out. You know, I would actually like to see if he's going to keep doing grunts. The General Signet Ring. Just because grunts become basically free with the setup.
Yeah, they are literally free at that point.
Yeah, so you might as well just do that. We're seeing Powlich at 10 mana. Alright, so this is kind of a... Are we going to see... Do you think we're going to see Poopstar advance from here?
I wouldn't expect it, actually. He's playing a curse build. I think it's going to end up being... Ooh.
Interesting. Chains of Agony going down on the...
that means if he wants to move in, he's going to get mauled by that zombie.
Yeah, I mean, statistically, 4 dice against 4 health. You know,
no, I mean, if he moves in, he takes a damage.
Oh, that was really smart. Yeah, because Bloodthirsty goes off and he gets 6 dice. Ah!
Yeah.
Interesting from Poopstar, with all these grunts out, as the Erexian Crown, Rise Again is a very good choice, because they're so easy to kill, and having little slow grunts around, you know, nobody wants to deal with those things, and you literally get them for 2 mana.
The funny thing is, he would know all about, Rise Again.
The grunt is going to take 2 damage running to that Battle Forge. Yeah, no. We had a game yesterday where Poop just got all of his creatures turned into...
Rise Again. Oh!
What? Awesome move! Powlich laying down the Conquer. Is he going to cast it himself? No, he's going to destroy it.
As a free action, you may immediately cast a Destroyed Conjuration.
That is a beautiful play. Conquer is an amazing spell. If you run a Warlord, always consider Conquer just in situations like this. And of course, he can't actually cast it because he doesn't have the mana. But taking away that Battle Forge is brutal. Awesome play.
So can he actually cast? Does he have to pay more mana to cast a new conjuration? This is actually the first time I've seen this played live. So
he can cast the destroyed conjuration or a non-Tarun conjuration.
Yeah, but does he have to pay
conjurations in
the
existence.
new mana difference, or is it? How's that work?
He doesn't actually get any mana except for his construction yard.
Yeah.
So he just has to pay whatever the cost of the card is.
So essentially, he could have flipped that for a barracks, for example.
Yeah, he could have if he had another one.
Okay.
You know, that sort of thing. And let's say he chooses to alter an Iron Guard, a valid choice. Yeah, depending on how much equipment he has, he could have done that Battleforge back and actually gain spellbook points, which is pretty cool. And this brute's going to be angry and just immediately maul this grunt.
Grrr.
6
maul.
dice. He only needs to get 2 damage.
The mangling claws.
But, I mean, the grunt...
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Rolling... What is this, 11 damage?
Yeah.
11 damage against a grunt.
Overkill.
The grunt did its job, obviously. So,
Yeah.
Interesting enough, with Rise Again and this Ring of Curses, he could actually bring a Goblin Grunt back to life for 1 mana. Awesome. Chains of Agony goes back in Poopstar's hand. That was a very upsetting zombie. Like, he just scattered the remains of that grunt.
It's like a bad zombie movie.
It was like watching Daredevil and seeing Wilson Fisk just kind of was. There should be a rule about if you take more, like, double damage from your total health, you just get obliterated. Okay, so Grey Wraith comes out for Poopstar. I love this choice a lot. Grey Wraith is an amazing card, and if you can get those weaks on any of the creatures that can deal damage, it's solid.
Big fan of Grey Wraith.
You know, you don't see Grey Wraith a lot in games, and I think a lot of people are afraid of the low health with the upkeep. But you know, 5 up weak is really easy to get to, and you know, granted the anvil's tough.
And Incorporeal also helps.
Yeah, you know he's going to take at least 8 dice of 1s in order to die. You know, he won't just die to like just a ton of crits. And with the tough -2 on the anvil, it's going to make it a 7-up, which is still not actually that bad. And I guess the construction yard, you know, that does help too, because if he chooses to do walls with it, with the mana off the construction yard, you know, the Grey Wraith can just kind of teleport around.
That is true. Teleport to an adjacent zone? Yeah, it doesn't even need to target.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a ghost. It shows up out of nowhere.
Run, 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 run.
Poof.
We're seeing Powlich guard a lot. That's actually a really interesting choice, that he's saving up all of his mana that way. He doesn't really want to engage anything. Obviously, the Brute would have been a bad idea. So I am curious to see what he wants to bring out of his... Like, how is he going to deal damage to win this game? Is my big curiosity here.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the win condition is.
Alright, well, with Altar of the Iron Guard out, if you guys haven't seen this card, it's very fun. especially when you have a spawn point that just churns out creatures.
I wouldn't be surprised to see something like a Panzer Guard come down here.
Yeah, that would be a very safe play. Just making sure everything just kind of lives.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. A lot of thinking here.
Just gotta fast forward through the planning phase.
Yeah, right. We're seeing p00pstar kind of have trouble deciding what cards he wants to pull out.
I think he's deciding what to deal with first.
Yeah. I'm not sure if taking out the Altar of the Iron Guard is the best choice.
I would definitely deal with the barracks since there's only going to ever be one.
Mm-hmm. And
that seems to be what he's focusing on.
And I'm curious to see what kind of enchantments he's going to bring out going forward, actually.
I'm curious myself.
Very classic
Because
way.
there's a lot of economy for enchantments already.
Yeah, like I wouldn't mind seeing like a garage or something like that come out, just because all those things against an anvil just kind of stacks up.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a great idea.
And
there's the first thing.
And we don't see a deployment during out of Powlich.
Oh yeah, that's
no
right. Neither of us do.
Huh.
Or neither of them do.
Yeah, and so it looks like
ooh yeah,
the Magebane.
Magebane.
I've been becoming a bigger and bigger fan of this card.
Big fan of Magebane.
It's 5 mana, but you usually get. I've seen games where you get like 10 damage. Oh wow.
Life Tree.
And if Ethereal Life Tree comes out, if there are demons out,
goblins a little bit, I guess.
If there are demons out, they would also get buffed.
Note to future warlocks: play demons.
Mm-hmm.
Not that zombies are bad or the Great Wraith. In fact, I have both of those in both of my warlock books, but demons are good too.
Both these mages, so the warlock basically goes up to 40 health, and Powlich, the Anvil Throne, goes up to 36.
It's gonna be 36 turns from now at this rate.
Oh my. And then the Brute comes down, consolidating his forces in the center here, just to kind of guard everything. I'm curious to see how Powlich wants to respond to this. He's gonna go over to the left one. Okay.
I'm wondering whether there's another Conquer coming.
Is Conquer epic? Actually, I actually don't.
That's a good question. I'm scrolling back up to find out. Battle Forward play.
I know.
Conquer, there it is. It is Magecast and War Mage only.
Okay, so it is not epic. Cool.
Nope, it is not epic.
Alright, Graves is going to move in. He's going to be like, alright, you're going to guard? I will just weak you. And this is a solid move, because if he does get the weak off, he doesn't get it.
And he does. No damage, but he gets the weak.
No,
he's tough, he's tough.
Yeah,
I forgot all
so
tough.
Unfortunately he gets nothing through. It was a good choice to do that. I wonder if he's...
It's a 50-50 shot to hit him. So.
Yeah. And he gets
Or
1
to
damage
weak.
back, so, you know, not bad.
No, it could be worse. Could have been better, but could have been worse.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, if I were Powlich, I'd probably just gang up on this Wraith with this Grunt. Maybe the Anvil thrown as well. Just maximize damage.
Just try to get rid of it ASAP. I still think at some point, if Poopstar wants to win this, he's going to have to deal with these conjurations. At least some of them.
Yeah, I could see that.
In particular, the barracks and the construction yard, but that or drop some creatures on his own to counter them.
Really want to know
Like
what's on this.
another zombie brute would be nuts.
Goblin Grunt dealing 0 damage. This Grey Wraith, it's worth a try. You know? Alright, so Warlock's going to take his action. What will he do? This is a big deal, actually. So, he's going to punch him.
He's going to punch him in the face.
Let's see what kind of enchantments he has on him.
Nothing.
Alright. He's going to deal 2 damage. About average of what he's going to get with that 2 armor. And, you know, getting 3 damage now. Sweet. I mean, that was a really interesting move. I'm curious what enchantments he has on him now, because, you know, if he's going to punch stuff, you might as well buff yourself, I guess. And
maybe they're all defensive?
Yeah, and Powlich is he's gonna need to take a damage, but he puts pants on of his own. And Powlich just needs to go up to 4 damage here.
Oh, from the Mage Bane. Good call. Have you got it, or you want me to?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. I feel like Poopstar at this point, if he's gonna play the curse game, needs to drop the curse dots and then just press the advantage as much as possible.
So, did we even see an enchantment come out this round?
I don't think he cast a spell, did he?
I mean, he's sitting at 16 mana. Oh no, did he do Mage Bane? Was that this round?
Oh yeah, that was this round.
Yeah, okay, so he did.
Before that.
Yeah.
So he did that and then he punched.
Okay, so he has 16 mana now, while Powlich's sitting at 9 plus 6 on a barracks, 2 in the construction yard. And on a Poopstar, I guess we could see more creatures. You know, a very good move would be either to... I mean, I guess he could do 2 creatures this round by rising again and getting some sort of other demon or zombie out or something like that. And if he did that, he'd have this like mini army just sitting in this zone. And Powlich, I'm guessing we're going to see some bigger creature, probably a level 3 creature come out of here. You know, I'm thinking a dwarf.
I mean, he's only got... Oh, I guess there's 6 mana on the barracks, so say he's only got 9 mana. He's running through all this mana per turn.
Yeah, exactly. So he's just been kind of collecting on this barracks. I mean, I guess we could see like Orc Butchers or something like that too. That wouldn't be a bad choice.
Nope. I think both of them are still just in the preparation stages, even though they're actually sort of in their phases, but I don't think either of their strategies are fully developed all the way yet.
Yeah, it definitely seems like...
Speaking of the Orc Butcher...
No way, seriously? You got one?
Yeah,
alright,
just
awesome.
Tossed an Orc Butcher out there.
Great little creature.
That's a nice one, yeah, for that mana cost.
I mean, what did he pay? 2 mana? Jeez.
Yeah.
And you know, they're kind of like Timberwolf Lights. Except they have different, you know, they're soldier types, so you can combo them. And he gets a guard on him. I would love to see the Grey Wraith just weak this thing.
I'm not sure what I would do if I was. I think a week from the Grey Wraith would be a good idea. But you know what I would actually do? I would use the Grey Wraith to put a week on him, and then use the zombie to maul him.
Ah, yeah, that's fair. And
unless the zombie won't get to.
Oh, it takes damage from Mage Bane.
Quicksand. Yeah.
And here comes the quicksand.
Yeah.
I think we've been seeing this a lot in this tournament, and I think it's awesome. It's a great spell, and the Grunt's just gonna go around just murdering all these conjurations out here, dealing.
I think murdering might be the wrong word for that one.
He's going to chisel away with
Chisel into it.
He's gonna have his sword.
Yeah.
Keep a shiny piece of Enchanter's Wardstone for himself.
It's
a trophy.
He's gonna go sell it.
Yeah, right, exactly. I could buy better armor with this. And the Grey Earth is going to attack this Butcher. Doesn't? Oh, he gets a weak. Okay, good. I was like, did he not get it? No, he did.
He got it that time.
So we're going to see the counterattack. I think this is why Ultra Iron is good.
Although this is also why Incorporeal is good.
Yep, and we see Incorporeal doing 0 damage after rolling 2 crits and 2 normal. Awesome. Oh man, I love Incorporeal so much. Grey Earth really shining here, making the Butcher go down to 3. And this Quicksand was a really proper play because the damage potential is greatly reduced without this Brute.
That is very true.
Crushed Poopstar sitting at 16 mana, so I'm expecting to see either.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a teleport.
Yeah, a teleport would be solid. Another creature.
Maybe not this turn, because I'm not sure he would have seen that coming. But
and the Grunt's gonna guard too. What will Poop do? And nope, does not escape. An 8, right? He needs an 8 up.
Except he just got rid of it?
No.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So the zombie's going to be more upset. I imagine a zombie wouldn't sink too fast. He probably wouldn't struggle in quicksand. He'd just be like, meh, it's happening. I'll just slowly get myself out of here.
The zombie's just gonna keep shuffling. It just doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Moving back and forth.
Alright.
And,
let's see if, yeah, next turn is 9. It goes up, not down. Which is, I think, why my original interpretation of it was wrong. I used to think it was down, and then I saw it used properly, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the fact it goes up makes it that much better.
It's nasty. Yeah, I wish I'd thrown it.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
1 damage going.
See, I kind of wish I'd used it in my Warlord.
That's fair.
I'm very interested to see what these enchantments are.
Is it worth 4 spell points? I don't think so, but comboing with the construction yard is really what makes it very good.
Well, the good news is it only costs 2 for the Warlord.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I wouldn't put it in, like, a non-Earth book. I don't even know if I'd put it in a Wizard book, to be honest.
I probably would.
Yeah.
Just one more trick for the trade,
That's fair. And the Grey Wraith.
Dark Pack Slayer, there we go.
There's the big creature. But is he...
a quick cast.
Is he gonna make it... Is he gonna enchant it? Okay.
Rousing the Beast.
Is he gonna make it a Blood Reaper, though?
That's a question that... It's a good question. I don't know. It looks like he is.
And
Woo!
okay, so it does get bloodthirsty. So,
That guy is going to hurt.
So he can't attack the butcher, unfortunately, because of the guard. So he has to attack this grunt.
Wait a minute, bloodthirsty triggers even if
no,
he has to attack either the butcher,
no, he actually can't.
Warlord, or the guard.
Guard always supersedes bloodthirsty.
Okay.
So he's gonna have to take it.
Somebody explained that to me differently.
Yeah, there's a huge errata on it.
Well,
what's
slice them
interesting?
in half anyway.
What's interesting is because there's a guard, this Dark Panther could actually move out of the zone as well.
Oh, that's what I was
This
thinking.
is not
Oh yeah,
constrained.
wait, the grunt's still alive. I forgot there's 6 life on
Oh
now.
man, it gets 2 damage back. Nice.
Well, that's an interesting one. He's got initiative now though, so he can deal with the grunt real quick and then slice and dice on everything.
And Poopstar recovering all of his damage because of that Blood Reaper.
Yeah, that Ethereum life tree is gonna be really annoying.
Yeah, no kidding. Like every grunt being able to have 6 health.
Mm-hmm. Too bad you can't give him vet tokens now.
Right. And oh yeah, those pants are armored. If I didn't mention it, by the way. So he has 4 armor now.
Oh, they had the rune on them. That makes sense. Okay.
And we're just in planning phase. Just kind of waiting to see what happens here. This Grey Wraith is just going to keep having all sorts of like right at the Ethereum life trees out, so you know these guys survive longer. But I'm thinking this Grey Wraith is going to make everything so weak that yeah they're alive, but they can't actually do that much damage.
I believe that's what the idea is. We'll see how well it works in practice.
Yeah, exactly. Funny enough, the grunts are actually a really good choice just because those 3 dice. It's very threatening, and since it's so hard to kill now, you get so much efficiency out of them.
Yeah.
And you know, with the grunt casting basically 1 mana, 3 off the Battleforge or the barracks, like getting 1 or 2 damage kind of pays for itself, considering it takes up an attack as well.
I would agree. They're
Looks
just
like they're divvying up zones.
sorting out the zones.
Grunts.
I think a well-timed Ghoul Rot right now would be good from the Warlock, and I think a Panzer Guard, though expensive, would be a good play here too for the Warlord.
A Panzer Guard would be solid. It would mean that one of these attacks are gone, and you know when you have all high-level creatures, you know getting rid of 1 attack can really influence the game. I think this quicksand not going away is a huge deal because that's 6 dice every round, 4 to 6. That's just not happening. And moving on to deployment. Is probably going to have a creature come out. And do know this Mage Bane has been doing some nice damage.
I mean, he's already up to 5 damage.
Yeah.
Granted, one of those, I think, maybe
Yeah,
a punch.
I think it was 1 from a punch, which is ridiculous that Mage Bane is doing 4.
Alright, we're already into the quick cast.
No deployment
Skips
again.
right through the deploy.
And here's
And
the
I'm
teleport
gonna guess it's so I'm guessing it's a teleport, even though it was an accidental attack there.
He's gonna attack him. Alright. The teleport
There
does
it is.
happen. I'm guessing he's
And
gonna
I
move
can
him
guess where he's gonna go.
left. Okay.
No, he's gonna go maul the mage. This is
Yeah.
one thing I've noticed about Poopstar is he's very, very, very mage focused.
Yeah, he always wants to kill the mage.
Which I can't even fault him. I like doing that too myself.
You know, there's
Sometimes
an
you get that
appropriate time.
Thing called tunnel vision. I get tunnel vision. I know he gets tunnel vision. It happens.
Yeah.
However, I think in this case he's in a much better position than he was yesterday.
Yeah, I agree with you there. He definitely has the creature advantage. And this brute being out now, it's just everything's fine now for him.
And one of the things I noticed about Powlich when I played him is that you can have creature advantage for a little bit, but if you don't deal with the threat and he has a threat somewhere that it's just going to be... He does a good job with the long game and adjusting to the game on the fly.
Yeah, he's like,
because
he confounds you because he's like, oh yeah,
right,
I'm winning,
like,
and then I lost, you know?
right, he might get behind a little bit, but he can make plays that are like, oh, well, let's do this, this, and this, and we'll swing the game back to my direction, and he does a great job of that.
Yeah, I mean, his playstyle here is very perplexing to me. Like, the construction yard with the enchantment, that's like, I don't understand it, but, you know, Powlich hasn't lost yet, so...
And something I'm
he's
confused
obviously
about is
good.
I would probably have used the zombie brute to go on that one instead of... Oh, I mean, I guess he's just trying to kill the grunt, and he did. He overkilled that one, too.
He wants to get the extra dice, probably, to kill the other guys. He probably thinks a week on the butcher is a waste.
Yeah, but I mean, if he'd attacked with the zombie, he could have gotten through guards, but I guess it doesn't really matter that much.
You know, I don't know if I agree with that turn or move, but, you know, I guess he's saving his higher dice for higher things.
So, yeah, looking at it, that's the lowest number of dice that he would roll in the entire zone, so it makes sense.
It does end the game faster, and he may not be worried about dealing enough damage to the Orc Butcher to kill it.
I think he may just save the... See, the Orc's just going to attack now. He doesn't. He's got 3 dice. He's going to attack. He's not even a guard. Okay, this could be really
3 dice
interesting.
against 2 armor. Let's see what happens here.
By my count, there's
no damage. Unfortunately.
Yeah, by my count, there's going to be 12 dice thrown at that.
Dang.
And he's only going to have against one of them. He'll only have 2 armor. Against the other one, he'll have 4 armor.
Yeah, and you know, if I were Poopstar, I may not even be worried about a 3 dice butcher. What is it going to do? You know?
Oh yeah. Against those 2 creatures now.
Yeah, I'm guessing Poop has defensive enchantments because otherwise he would have revealed them by now. So yeah, I think you're right.
Ooh. That's going to be like 3 damage.
3 damage going through.
It's a nice roll, but he only got 3.
Yeah, you know, the armor, you know, dissolving, acid balling, those are very classic ways that you just have to do when armor comes out.
I think in this case a rust wouldn't be a bad play either.
A rust?
All the enchantment.
Yeah. Yeah, because he can get the Ring of Curses out.
Mm-hmm.
And deal another damage to that Warstone.
One more. He's just chipping away souvenirs.
Trinket. Yeah. He's going to give it to his Grunt family.
He's paying for upgrades.
Right. Oh,
man, this is interesting. Alright, so the Warlock...
Okay, so the Warlock is going to enchant this Anvil Throne. Curious on what that is. That could be a ton of things.
He's got 2 mana. I'm going to guess it's a Ghoul Rot. Because he doesn't have enough mana to reveal it yet.
Yeah.
And it also leaves it open so that he can have a creature follow the Anvil Throne Warlord wherever he tries to run if he does. So that was a good choice of order in which to do things, I think.
Yeah, I absolutely agree on that.
At least in terms of Warlock versus Blood Reaper.
And Powlich's going to move down 1. Curious to see if he's going to cast a spell with that. This does allow Bloodthirsty to he's taking advantage of that.
Yes.
So now he has to attack this Orc Butcher and take care of him.
I totally forgot about that part. You're right.
He's going to take a damage from Magebane, and he's going to enchant him. Yep, he's going to enchant this Dark Path.
That way, yeah.
Agony? Gora?
Agony would be a good call. I wouldn't expect a Ghoul Rot. I wouldn't even expect an Agony.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what... Maybe Rust?
Oh, yeah, to take him out faster.
That'd be my... I wouldn't call it expectation, but I wouldn't be surprised at that. He can't do that.
Yep. That's the downside of doing that is, of course, since you become bloodthirsty, your actions are kind of limited in what they can do.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just going to
just slice. I mean,
he's like
the
7 damage.
Life tree is legitimately keeping things alive more than it should.
Absolutely.
Dang.
And if he can get 1 more attack because of Ethereal Life Tree, rock on, man.
Yeah, it's totally worth it.
I wonder if the Wraith is just going to be the one that kills this Butcher next round again.
Man, that Warlock just needs to fireball it. 1 fireball should kill the tree.
Right.
Or get pretty close to it.
Who doesn't hate trees, am I right?
Yeah, I hate trees. No. Was that
the
Order of
Ballistic
the Stick?
out.
Ooh! So he took his damage, yep.
And probably going up to 10 damage. Again, that Magebane, just keep on that damage. Ballista coming out. It is unique and Warlord only for this tournament. I think this is a really solid play. He's going to be able to just slice through this Pack Slayer. I don't think it would be a good idea to hit the mage with it quite yet.
I'm not saying he shouldn't ever, but I think the Dark Pack should be target number 1.
Agreed, because at least that's some investment from the Warlock's health that's gone as well. And not to mention you can actually deal damage to the Warlock and not have it healed.
Mm-hmm.
Orc Butcher. Awesome, man. And, you know, do you think p00pstar should use, like, a Flame Blast to kill this Butcher during quick casts? Because the initiative is on Powlich, so this Butcher could get another attack off.
I would definitely find a way to kill that Butcher first, so you can put all of your hate, excuse me, all of your hate on the Anvilthrone Warlord and get back into position if he ends up moving. Because I wouldn't be surprised to see the Anvilthrone Warlord move to the Barrack Stone to get out of range of all those guys. And at that point, I would, personally, if I was playing as p00pstar, Flame Blast and or cheap attack spell the Orc Butcher, move everyone to the right and knock out that tree.
Ah, okay, that's a smart idea.
The other benefit of that is you're also out of range of the ballista, but you'll be back in range by the time you start attacking again, so it doesn't really matter that much, but
and since none of your creatures are slow, that's like perfect.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Because on your initiative, you could then charge in against the Anvilthrone Warlord too, if assuming he moves to the right. He may not, but at that point, you could just charge in and kill the barracks too. Because I think you have the advantage in terms of things that he needs to, Powlich needs to deal with.
Yeah.
And if you kind of just go as a mob mauling things,
I mean, really, what he has right here is kind of just a ball of moving power, and if he keeps this ball moving wherever they go, they'll just destroy everything in its path.
I'll say another not bad play right now might be a Lash of Hellfire.
Oh, yeah, that actually wouldn't be bad at all.
Even if it doesn't necessarily do piercing damage, it can put burns down, it can knock down the tree, it can help knock down the barracks. I mean, there's a lot of things that the Lash of Hellfire can do in this situation alone, that it might be worth the 8 mana, because you're going to get at least, I would say, 10 dice out of it. I don't see it going away before you can use it twice.
Yeah, and honestly, like, the Butcher hitting him is not that big of a deal. Like, it's going to be a little damage that your Blood Reaper's just going to heal right away, you know?
Well, yeah, if he hits the mage with him.
Yeah.
If I was Powlich, I'd be focusing on that Blood Reaper.
That is very fair as well. I think that's why a lot of people have been choosing Blood Demon.
Oh my god. Blood Demon is great if it survives.
Yeah, because the Bloodthirsty just combos naturally.
Yeah.
And this
I don't know if you've seen the video I had where I played mine, and mine just took a 3 dice counter strike, took 6 damage.
Holy cow, are you serious? That's insane.
Yeah, it was frustrating, but it ended up being okay. He ended up dying that round, but it was a little frustrating. Let's just put it that way.
Alright, Bliss is going to go for this Dark Pack Slayer. He's going to get a whole 4 damage.
A little under, actually.
4 damage through, and...
I mean, not terrible, but that's a pretty tough creature, so...
Yeah, it's stacking. It's still curious
and plus he has 16 health.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
he doesn't just have 14, he has 16. Maybe leave the tree there.
Oh, why, yeah. I mean, if it helps your investments stay alive longer as well.
Yeah.
And this Butcher, oh wow.
That was one heck of a roll on 3 dice.
Butcher gets lucky, rolls 6 damage, 2 of that going away because of armor, but still.
Speaking of 3 dice doing 6 damage.
Finally a good roll. You know, I mean, the Ballista did 1 under, and this is doing double.
3 over.
Double over.
Yeah, I think a quick cast Flame Blast followed by a zombie mauling of the mage right now would be a really good play. Or Dark Pack mauling, sorry.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm still not sure if this Grey Wraith should be the one that finishes off the Butcher. I would love to see more weeks on just the Anvilthrone, but you know, I don't think it's
part of the reason he's not is because of the tough. It's a 50-50 shot as opposed to like a 60-30.
That's reasonable.
60-30-ish.
And interesting enough,
a third. Oh, you got him anyway.
Interesting enough, they don't see it rise again.
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess
good
that
point.
mana is being saved for something very specific.
I think he needs. I mean, if he's got these enchantment.
Let's see.
Oh, he's got 4 out there, I guess. I'll say if he's got these enchantment economy going, I would probably start playing more enchantments.
And Powlich does take a damage because of Mage Bane again. Just that sort of just little prick every single.
Akiro's favor.
Reveals Akiro's favor.
Interesting.
And what is
And a hailstone.
Smart choice.
I like that play.
He's gonna need to take another damage because of Mage Bane, and
He did.
He spent all his mana. Interesting. Okay, so 4 dice against most of these creatures.
I actually don't think that they're gonna do all, it won't do all that much damage to these 4 particular creatures. Well, the mage maybe, but
I mean, he gets one.
I mean, he could roll well. He gets.
I mean, he rolls really well in that. He gets five damage through, but
3 total, right?
Yeah, it doesn't kill it. It still needs another 3 damage to kill it, but you know, it's something.
Yeah, I think he's debating a reroll.
Ooh, wow! I wouldn't reroll
And
that.
it does not, because it isn't days. I would probably wait 5. Why does it do 5?
2 armor.
He's got 2 armor. There's no piercing, right?
Nope.
Cool. I didn't think so. I'm not missing something obvious.
It does not have piercing. There we go.
Yeah, he'll get it in a minute. And he's gonna reroll. Pow's gonna reroll that effect. And does not get it.
No!
He actually gets a worse one.
That's so unfortunate. You know, I actually probably would have saved the reroll for the zombie.
It should be 13 on the
It should be a
DPS.
13. And it gets 2 damage in the brute.
2 on the brute.
That's not bad for 4 days.
I mean, he rolled 3 blanks, but it got something out of it. And I believe it's a daze as well. 9? Yeah,
yes,
daze.
that is a daze. Yeah, if he gets a stun off, that's really nice. I mean, basically, you're paying 8 mana for, what is this, 4, 8, 12, 16 dice. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And he also has to roll against his garrison post as well, just so we keep that in mind.
Okay, we will make sure we remind him, but he needs a daze on the brute, right?
Yes. I got it. Daze.
Wow, that's daze on the brute and 3 damage to Grey Wraith.
3 damage to Grey Wraith, and it's stunned.
Can you stun in that? I guess you can.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure you can stun a Grey Wraith.
I don't see why you couldn't, I guess. Yeah. I mean, that's just weird to think about an incorporeal creature getting stunned by a rock.
That's just like,
You know what
I mean, a rock hitting an incorporeal creature is actually really interesting at the same time.
Why is it 4? Oh, he's got it. Never mind. Uh-oh.
Can it receive effects or conditions from attacks that are not ethereal, so it doesn't get stunned?
Oh!
Yeah.
So it does not get stunned.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Can't we read that one more? Or can't receive effects from attacks that are not ethereal?
Yes.
Okay.
So
we should
we're
probably
right.
tell them
I
that.
mean, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want to tell them that? I'm just going to look it up one more
I
time.
think he thinks it's a stun.
Yeah, cannot receive effects or conditions from attacks that are not ethereal. All incorporeal objects also have non-living.
Can't receive effects or what?
Cannot receive effects or conditions from attacks that are not ethereal. That's a really cool rule. Yeah, he should have 4 total damage as well.
There we go. Alright.
And the zombie brute, he was not stunned. He was dazed.
Can I remove that?
No,
I
you
can.
can't. It doesn't show up.
Oh, it showed up to me. Screw you guys.
This is so much work. You can actually auto this.
Auto what?
You can actually auto hailstones if you just arrow it and pay 0 mana.
Yeah, I think that's something.
But I rolled 3 damage on Wraith.
Yeah, he's right. So
So he needs.
there we go. Alright, now we're good. This is one of those few times where it's still easier face to face.
Yeah, because you can actually arrow the mage to each target.
Yeah, I know, and not pay the mana
Auto
for it.
Yeah.
And so he already hit everyone now except the mage and the post.
And the post, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, so we're totally right. We're like, it doesn't make sense that rocks can do that, but like, okay.
See? Thematically, it didn't make any sense.
I have blood pouring from my eyes, and my brain is on fire. Poopstar. I don't know what kind of drugs you're thinking of taking, Poopstar, but you're probably not. You're probably not on fire.
Man, that's rough.
It is rough. All right, so
I think we got
this,
sorted.
and we got this.
Oh, god damn it. I thought the brute only had 2 damage on him. Or only took 2 from that
Oh
one.
my goodness. Let's see the roll. He rolled 4 critical against... No, that's a Grey Wraith. Oh my goodness. He rolled...
Yeah, he rolled 2 on that one.
He rolled 2 critical, yeah.
More got added because he had both things selected, I think.
So should he have 1 more, though?
No. He had 0 on him, I think.
Oh my goodness. How did this attack happen?
He already rolled against the brute.
Yeah. Yeah, he attacked with the orc. And he attacked the Dark Slayer.
Yeah, but the brute only took damage from the hail, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't damage.
We're good.
He got quicksanded.
We're good.
Alright,
that's a good roll.
Moving on.
4 damage is going to go on to
Once
that.
we see a reveal, this would be a good time for a brace yourself.
Oh, yes, it would.
Which could be a brace yourself. It's obviously not offensive. Or he doesn't need to use a reveal in offensive.
Could be offensive to some people.
And Garrison Post, of course. Brace yourself.
And of course he rolls like that against his own stuff.
And yeah, he does 0 against it. Okay. A very well-timed Warlord here.
Yeah, that was an interesting play. He took 2 damage in that whole turn from all of that. He's about to take a lot more dice.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what happens. An agony would no longer surprise me in this case, because maybe he doesn't feel worried about this Dark Pact Slayer swinging 6 dice of piercing 2 at him. I'd be pretty scared of it, but
I mean,
maybe he knows something I don't.
You can only take the Blood Reaper, Dark Pact Slayer, Zombie Brute combo for so long. Like you are going to die, but he still has 4 armor, so that's pretty.
And a rust.
So
he has 0 armor. No, it's piercing 2.
Oh man. Okay, so this is gonna be just straight damage. Poopstar might recover. He's probably gonna recover.
This is one of those where you really hope for a over roll.
Yeah,
that's not terrible.
And he gets
5
5.
damage is not terrible.
Yeah, and it's gonna heal up Poopstar too.
Yep.
And
there's a lot of man. This is looking kind of dire for Powlich.
Yeah, interesting. And I know you're in Group B. If Powlich loses, what does that mean?
I'm not doing it.
What does that mean for you, Shark? Don't do this to me. And this Goblin Grunt just wants to chip away a little bit more. He got it. Yeah, he's like, I'm taking a big chunk home for myself. It's gonna add some mana to the construction yard.
Yeah, if Powlich loses the next 2, I actually have a shot. Weirdly enough, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm just spectating a game, a really awesome game. Oh man. He makes it. He's still good. This is gonna hurt.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
He deals 6 damage, dude! That is brutal to take. This construction yard needs mana on it.
Everywhere. And it wasn't even just the dice roll though, because he rolled under for most of the other stuff. So that was a good timing to have.
Can you tell him to put mana on construction yard? Because my cat is on my keyboard.
Dang it, cat.
And holy cow! And the fireball. This game could just be over soon.
Dude.
Fireball goes in. Oh, he rolls 10.
Now granted,
he gets 8 damage through.
So 8 damage.
8 damage going through, and then he has a main attack. Still, he could punch him out this round and theoretically kill him. Oh my
Dude.
goodness!
That was an insane.
And it is going to be p00pstar's
turn.
initiative next round. It is going to be p00pstar's initiative next round, so if he has another fireball in his book, he could just blast him out, and it looks like we're going to see the punch go in. I don't think he should do anything else but punching. Totally appropriate here against two armor here. Holy cow, that was insane. The combo!
Nowhere. That's just...
and he gets another 4 damage through? Are you
total
kidding
it's
me?
going to be...
Rolling 4 dice, getting 4...
I bet he wishes he had that damn burn.
Whoa! And I'm sorry, during upkeep, it's going to be his initiative next round. We're going to see a fireball, I'm guessing, and it's going to be game. I don't see how else.
Technically, it's not over yet, but
yeah, they do
Powlich casts a spell, it's over.
Yeah.
He can't cast a spell.
He literally can't cast anything. Oh my goodness. This is game. I mean, this is it. Wow. Dude.
Well played. That Warlock, bro.
Holy cow.
This is nuts. And the thing is, I actually think Powlich played it pretty well, too. I mean, there's a lot of board presence here.
Both players played really well.
That's what I mean. We're complimenting, like, p00pstar did fantastic, but I think Powlich played a good game too.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
You know, so, I mean, we're talking about the barracks play, and I think what we're seeing is how that barracks play, it kind of, like, made this huge mana back. Like, he needed another 2 or 3 rounds of solid building.
Barracks is actually a good play. I think an early barracks is no longer a good play. Not a good play.
Yeah.
It's no longer the play that it used to be. Like,
I'm not a fan.
The only thing you ever did.
Mm-hmm.
But
dang, that was a crazy amount of rolling with the clinch rust, just allowing the damage to go through. Awesome play. Really love this game.
Fantastically played across the board, guys. So, assuming it goes, I mean, Powlich literally can't cast a spell, right? Am I missing something?
He can't. If you cast a heal, technically it resolves. And it resolves at the same time, so you could heal yourself and then take a damage, and then have enough to get rid of it.
Seal it by poison blood.
Yeah, that would actually be the
It's way more fun to seal it with a fireball. I'm just checking.
Yeah, I know. And that would actually technically be the best move is the poison blood. Unless because he can't even passively heal himself. So. Yeah,
I mean, he can't even put that guy in his zone to defend him. I mean,
dang.
He got caught in position there. I think it would have been way better for him had he moved over, but...
And Powlich calls GG, and and we're going to see the fireball, I'm guessing. He's going to basic melee attack either way. Dang!
Well,
GG!
But...
Wrong attack.
He got it. Wow. Okay, so update to the standings. This puts p00pstar at 2-2.
And Powlich's at 1-3.
Rare Kingdom is 3-1. I am 1-2 with a match against Ranked next week.
This group is nuts. Let me see if I can get this group up here really fast.
Yeah, dude, you got to update yesterday's Rare Kingdom p00pstar.
Yes, I do. Okay, so we're looking at Group B here. Rare Kingdom did have a loss. Oh no, he won.
Yeah, Rare Kingdom won against p00pstar.
And Powlich
just lost to p00pstar. So
and
holy
cow! So Rare Kingdom
still has 2
more.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we're right now. Rare Kingdom's in the lead.
Yes, he will be in the lead of this one.
That's pretty crazy.
Did you update it? Okay.
I'll update it in a second.
I'm trying to refresh it. It was reinforced, by the way.
It was reinforced. Interesting move. I don't know if I've ever actually gone after a construction yard, but yeah, that would have been what defends it. And if your player relies on that, that's understandable.
Yeah, so we have a 2-2, a 1-2, an 0-2, a 3-1, and a 2-1.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I'm second. Like, I'm reconsidering what book I want to run next week.
And it looks like we just also had GW versus Leggy Blonde, and Leggy Blonde pulled out a win against GW. So that's really impressive too.
That's interesting because that makes that group. Wow, what'd she run?
She ran a Necromancer.
that makes it interesting because that group now has a similar situation.
Yeah, that's awesome. Man,
B
this
and C are
tournament's
just a
really
mess.
heating up here, man. All right, so this tournament is still heating up a lot. I guess okay. Let's just end this game right now. Thank you guys for joining us for this awesome game here. Really awesome. Shark, thank you for joining me.
My pleasure.
Feel free to check out the other ADMW videos in the Arcane Duels playlist section. If you guys like this, please subscribe. We're always bringing fun stuff, so check us out. Thanks, guys.